Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. It's thefatwikingknight, as always, coming to you from another episode. And today, last time we were able to continue the flooding here, and I'm thinking about taking it all the way over there. To be completely honest, just make it, just take it, just do it. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Anyhoozle, let's start with what we really need to do here, and that is adding our station. So, I was kind of thinking about it, and stone, I think, would be a very good thing, but I also think dark oak is going to work quite well, as it just is a nice, clean block, and you don't really have to do too much with it. So, I think we're going to go with that, actually, and we'll make it work. So let's start out here by chopping a few trees. A few, I mean 2. We'll get our bone meal, and let's do this. So we're going to need to chop down probably like 3 trees, I would guess, and that should get us to where we need to be. And then once we have the pathway established, then and only then can we really dig out the center here and actually figure out what we're doing with it and how it's going to look and all of that jazz. And we're going to use our hoe just to speed up the leaf process here, because frankly ain't nobody got time for that. So we're just going to get it, got it, good. Blow it away, call it a day. And that actually yielded a lot of saplings, so that is a fantastic news. We should be able to do this one, and then we should be able to gradually just start growing these suckers, and I think that'll be pretty good. I'm wondering if we should put this one next to the sheep, or if we should put this one next to the cows, or next to both, I guess. Not really sure, but I know that I want to do one of those things, so we'll figure it out. Go ahead and de-leafify this. Try to get rid of all of the things that we got going on here. And perfect. Hopefully that'll yield enough saplings so that we can do at least 3 or 4 trees. 3. Perfect. Not a problem. Alright, hold on. Let me adjust my chair for just a quick second over here. And let's see how far that'll get us. So let's turn all of those into the slabs of goodness, of righteousness, of, you know, whatever. And slabify all of the things. That actually might be enough. That seems like enough. So we know that we want to go roughly over here. And I don't know how I want this to look yet, but we'll work it out. So we'll go to the front of these and then move this bed and then continue. So we probably just want to steep it around the edge like this, and we'll make it wider in some points, and some points we'll make it less wide. There's a lot of water down here. Let's just close it off at this level here, as to not ever worry about it again, hopefully. I know that we probably will have to worry about it at some point, but we're not going to do that now. So, we're just going to close it off and hope for the best here. And if we have to fill it back in later, because we didn't do enough, that is also fine. Let's just fill it in completely, though. Get rid of every bit of water here. And that should help us a little bit with our issues. Let's get down here, make sure we're getting every single water block, because the last thing I want is to have to come back later and deal with it. So, beautiful. And that looks pretty good. Then we'll swoop on over here, and we should include things like that. Because if we don't, it just is going to look a little peculiar. Like that. Get rid of that. Let's do one back here potentially. Perfect. And we're going to wrap this all the way around, all the way over. Why are you over there? Why are you empty? We're going to wrap it all the way over to the cows currently, and then we're going to go ahead and see if we can potentially make a little bit more pens for the sheep of goodness and for the cows, of course. Well, not cows. The tree farms and all of that jazz. Good. We're going to go all the way over here. And we got to make sure that we get every nook and cranny here, or else it just is not going to look right. So we go all the way over there, but that's got to be a little bit wider. All right. And that's probably fine. Good. I think that'll work very nicely. And let's do the same thing over here. So this one's kind of weird. It is going to go indented here, but then we'll tuck back to right here. And we'll just make sure that we have what we need. Like that. Open that up a little bit, and then right here is where we want to put the next iteration of this. And I think it'll look pretty good if we just do something like that. I think it's a pretty good pathway. It's not too wide, it's not too shallow, but it is good enough that it will work for our purposes. Beautiful. And I know it would look way better if we were able to sink this in, but I think for these purposes that we should just leave it up here and kind of suffer with it a little bit, but we'll make it work. And I think somehow this is going to be our road for the entirety of it. Now, we will go through and vary up the texture, I think, with probably some jungle logs or some spruce. I don't know, something like that. We'll figure it out. Whatever it may be, we'll just make it work, do all the things that it needs to be, and yeah. Should have this road done lickety-split, and then as we need to, we'll add a little bit more. Just make it a little bit better. And I obviously don't want it to be a single color like this. Just doesn't work for whatever it is we're trying to do. And it's not really my style. I like to do really the chaotic style. I like a lot of different textures kind of going together, even if you don't really think they should. And yeah, so we're just gonna do it for now, just because I need to see where this pathway is gonna be in order to continue what we have here. Then we can make our board, we can put all of our rules on it, and then add rules as we get them, which will be a very, very nice. All right. So hopefully we have enough slabs here. If not, oh, we should have planted a few. We didn't do that. Let's just go ahead and put some down. So if they happen to grow, we're good. And we're just going to put all of them down. Oh, that looks so nice, actually, against the leaves here. Oh, that looks so pretty. So freaking pretty. Alright, let's do this, and then we'll probably have to add a little bit of seating around here and some lamps and all of that stuff just to give it the appeal that I want here, but that is not a problem at all. And I also don't even think it looks bad going into the coarse dirt. What is that called? The farmland? The tilled dirt, that's what it is. I don't even think it looks bad going into that, so that is a major, major plus. I think dark oak just always looks the best, honestly. It is by far one of the best woods. That and spruce, just because you can chop it so easily. And I also love me some acacia logs. They just look so pretty. Alright, beautiful. We had enough plus a little bit. And now we need to, well, we'll probably need to get rid of this at some point. Are you still in there, sheep? Good. Welcome, sheepy. Sheepy, sheepy, sheepy. Yeah, we should probably move this back to take this island off, but we'll see in a moment here. Let's get rid of all of our stone and just get rid of some random bits and bobs that we have. Gunpowder, we got apples, seeds. Actually, let's just take the apples and all of this crap that we don't need and shove it in the composting setup here. Yield a couple more bone meal. That'll be okay. And we should probably put these 2 shovels away just because we don't really need them at this particular moment. Alright, so what do we got now? We got the dirt, and we need leaves. We have a few. Alright, well that's a good start. Let's see if we can snag 2 iron, and we can. Beautiful. Somehow a skeleton spawned in there. It's interesting. Alright, so where can this go from here? We just need to add the leaves, and I want to probably do something like this, if I had to guess. Obviously the gateway is going to be in there, and then we'll just kind of swoosh this back all the way till we reach the edge, in which we like to put a little bit of a layer here. So let's just do something like this and fill it in. I know we spent all this time digging this out and all of that, but promise it is important. And we can fix that right away. Beautiful. Let's just do that. Then if we fill this in, we should be able to bring the perimeter all the way to the back here, and I think that will look pretty good. Just because I wanted to have some kind of shore along this entire thing. It is an island, after all. It should have a shoreline. Like that. And then we're going to do the same thing here. Kind of just spread the leaves here, call it a day. And we're going to do something like this. Alright, so let's just do random blocks here, and here, and here, there, here, and here. And that way we can put our dark oak fences in there as well. And I think that will also add just a little bit of flair. So that's the area the sheep are going to be in right there. How's our... Okay, it's looking okay. And then I would love another pen right here that we will use for the trees, I suppose. So let's kind of go like this. See what we can produce here, and I want to go like straight diagonal, so we're gonna call it like that as the entrance, and just start going in a diagonal direction here. Notice the leaves are going to change colors, and that's okay. Is okay. So then I want to do the same thing here and add that little bit of a shoreline. And I know I killed it all because it's easier for me to just place it than it is to kind of shape it while it's not placed. If that makes sense, I don't know. Hope it makes sense, but it very well may not make sense, and that's okay. Alright, that should be a pretty decent shoreline. Not great, not terrible, but okay. So let's go ahead, fill it all in, and then we'll have to fill in all the stone, but that is not a project for today, I don't think. Just want to try to get these pens in as fast as possible. And do something like this. Something like that. Probably work. here we don't care if if you can get out or not, because that's going to be for trees, I think. And then we'll do the same thing again. This one's got to be diagonal as well, but probably starting from over there. We need a small one for our oak. Not too... all of these are going to be very weird shapes, just so you know. And that's fine. We are good with weird shapes. In this one particular case, we are good with it. Alright, so that will help a lot, actually, because now we can kind of see where we're going here. And we'll take it from there. Okay, so yeah, let's take this then and continue going around the bend with it. This one's for sheep, so the sheep are going to be in there, I do so believe. And then we got a little bit more of an area that we're going to have for trees. This will be dark oak, that'll be oak, I think. And I don't know if we'll do all the different types, but we are going to do most of the different types. Because I think it'll be cool to just have some kind of like biodiversity going on here. Should be something. That should be good for the moment. Let's get our crafting bench. Beautiful. And that, and that, and that. Perfect. So we don't know how far it goes out, but we do know it goes out to about here. Just like so. And we'll make it look all nice and pretty. We really need to add torches on this now, though, because it is going to start to get very dark over here. In the meantime here, though, let's fill all this up with our dark oak. Make it nice and simple. And then, obviously, we'll go back and change it. Don't worry. I haven't lost my touch. Little old death cannot stop my world, let me tell you. Beautiful, and I think we have enough that we can make this whole thing perfect. And that is very, very nice so far. So that's going to add a huge border, and then we can start transitioning from border into here, and we're probably going to need to kill this. To be completely honest, we're at least going to have to push this one back a little bit, and that is a fine. But that is going to do it for today. We are actually out of time already, even though it feels like just yesterday. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, ciao. Thanks for watching, and stay kind.